If you have started going to the gym, you should probably be in the phase right now where you're wondering, how much protein should I intake every single day? A further question that you probably have asked yourself, can I just take a lot of amount of protein just in the morning and then have a little for the rest of the day? Or should I maybe split it out evenly throughout the day? Those two questions am I gonna answer right now. And to start off with the protein, it actually depends a lot on your weight, because of course the more you weight, the more protein that you need, because that's the amount of, like, you could say you have more muscle mass if you weigh more. It could also just be fat, but usually we just say that we want to have higher protein when you weigh more. So the range that you should be aiming around is usually around 7.72 grams to 1.2 grams of protein per pound of weight. And if you would rather want it in kilos, then it is 1.6 kilos to the maximum of 2.6 kilos per kilo that you weigh. So if you weigh 60 kilos, let's say that you weigh 60 kilos, then usually normal weight, an usual amount of protein that you will need is around 120 grams. So 2 grams times your weight, right? But if you weigh a little bit more, then you should just go up to 2.6 times your weight. I think you understand what I'm trying to say right now. So that is the kind of goal that you want to have. So, and actually these numbers are from a book where the author is speaking about an athlete. So maybe if you are not as active, then maybe you can cut a little bit down on it and be in a little bit of the low end. But if you go to the gym 4 times a week, or 5 or 6 times, then I will actually recommend that you are on the higher end, because then you need a lot of recovery and lots of food to provide for that necessary recovery. We actually have a paragraph that is called the dietary, what the fuck was it called? It stands for DRI, dietary reference intake. Yeah, DRI, dietary reference intake. And this graph that you can see right here, I will put it up somewhere, it actually shows the average amount of American from the United States amount of protein intake that they have taken, and where there's the low end and the high end, and they actually show that it is better to be on the higher end according to statistics. So if you like statistics and all this, then here you have your proof. So it's just better to aim for the higher. And then when we talk about how many meals you should be splitting it up to, and can you actually just take most of it, 80 grams in the morning, it is actually recommended, at least through this book, that you actually spread out your meals throughout the day to 3 or more meals. So let's say that you need to have an intake of 140 grams of protein a day, then it will be recommended that you do around, what's that? That is around 45 to 50 grams of protein if you are only gonna have 3 meals. Of course, you're probably gonna have a little bit more. Let's say you have breakfast, then you have school, then you have some small meals throughout the day. That's gonna add up to probably 20 grams of protein, right? So you could have 30 in the morning, 30 throughout the noon, and then we come to or is it the noon that comes now? I'm not that good to the English time periods, but from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock, you maybe have 30 grams. Then from 9 o'clock to 12, then you have 30 again. And then from 12 to 3, then you have 30 again. That's 30 times 3 already, that's 90. And then you're gonna have from 3 to maybe 5, a little bit snack after school. Then you are at 120, and then you have breakfast, and then you should be around 150, right? So that could be a split, but just do what your preference is. Of course, you can have a meal that's 50 grams in the morning, 30 grams in the noon, 20 grams, but it's just around. Just don't take 60 grams of 80 grams and one meal, and then only get 20 in the later of the day. That's what I've been doing a lot of time, and it didn't really show any progress. So it's way better to just spread it out. A protein powder could be really good for this. So like in school, if you can really have that high protein meals because you don't have time to make meals for yourself, then you can just easily make a shake with like 40 grams and then you can just chuck it in school. It's pretty easy. That's what I do. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like this kind of content, then go down and subscribe to my channel so you can become 1% better each day. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day, bro. See you tomorrow.